What's good, Souls of Thought family? It's your boy Norris, and we are back. We're back for 2025, long awaited and long overdue. For anybody who follow me, I talked about this on my YouTube, and I did a short. I also put it on my Instagram. This year, it's all about saving yourself. It's all about getting out here, doing what you need to do for yourself. Don't wait on others. So that's going to be our motto here at Souls of Thought for 2025. And it's your boy, man. And we're just going to get to it today. I just want to talk about some things. It's going to be quick, not going to hold you too long. But you know what today's slogan is? Death by success. We're starting to see it all over the TV. We're starting to see it all over the world. But death by success. Um, and what made me really think about this was a lot of our sports athletes. I am going to hit on some things afterwards that kind of hits on some of the things that went on in the world lately. But I want to start off with just a banger. And I just want you guys to hear even how other people articulate these things without even knowing how they're articulating it. So let's get it.
Some other crazy things that happened in sports. We talked about it. Jimmy Butler basically said, "I will be happy anywhere but Miami." And Pat Riley said, "You will be here for at least another month because we suspended you for 7 games."
I think 7 games is excessive. But this is Jimmy. When Jimmy's unhappy, when Jimmy doesn't get paid, he feel like he need to be paid. That's what he do. He's gonna go crazy. He's gonna talk. He's gonna make sure it's a media frenzy around him. He know how to get what he want. I don't agree with the way he's going about it. I mean, he didn't say anything wrong. He just said he didn't want to be there. He still said I was going to show up to work. I was going to still do my job. But when he was doing his job, he was shooting all one leg fadeaway. I know Jimmy. So I'm like, what I tell you, I'm like, they got to trade him.
Yeah.
When Jimmy unhappy, bro, he going to do what he say.
We was in the car, bro, going to hang time, and you was just speaking on this, and then that shit happened. That shit was crazy, bro.
Yeah.
So that's Jeff Teague and his partners on 520 in the morning. Great show. I think it's also produced by Shannon Sharp team as well. But I wanted you guys to hear how he worded that. Let me play back how Jeff Teague started this off.
He didn't say anything wrong. He just said he didn't want to go crazy. He's going to talk. He's going to make sure it's a media frenzy around him. He know how to get what he want.
So he said he knows how to get what he wants. He's going to make a media frenzy around it. And we want to act like this is okay. And that's why I said you are now experiencing death by success. We are starting to see that if individuals don't get their way, they're going to pout, they're going to shout, they're going to do whatever they need to do because of their success and their statue, and they're going to get their way. And we're starting to see that all around the world. People do not get their way, so they're going to throw a pity party. And what really bothers me the most is I love Jeff Teague. I know he's speaking from the heart. He felt like it wasn't nothing wrong, but he also said that wouldn't be the way he would go by doing it. And we do that a lot today. We want to say what's the truth, but then we want to make our people feel better about what they're doing. No, what he's doing is wrong. You're getting paid millions of dollars while half of the world is out here struggling. The economy is going to crap. And you want to shoot one-legged fadeaways. You want to ruin the experience for the ticket buyer who's going to see Jimmy play or who's coming to see a competition when they come to Miami or when Miami's on the road. And this is not okay. Period. Point blank. It is not okay. But you know what's crazy is he's not the only one. He's not the only one. He's not the only one. Hey, go another one for y'all. Just so y'all know it's not just a one-time thing.
How do you feel about not getting to 1,000 yards this season?
I mean, it is what it is, man. It's life, man. I feel like at the end of the day, there's a lot of things that, I need to reassess, about, my career. And, just see what I need to do, to continue to get better, as a player, so I can continue to like reach that 1,000-yard mark. So it is what it is.
What do you think is the biggest reason the team finished 8-9?
I would say for me, man, as a captain, it was a tough season, man. It sucks, man, missing QB1, man. It really hurts a lot, man. Not having him, but Snoop did a great job of filling in whenever he learned the offense, getting us going. But whenever you're missing, your franchise player, man, it kind of sucks. So.
As a captain, what was the message you have to these guys in the offseason and you don't feel this at the end of the season next week?
I don't even know, bro. This is my first time. I haven't been in the playoffs, man. So, I mean, for me, like I said, man, I just got to do what's best for me and my family, dog. If that's here, if that's wherever the case may be, man, I'm finna open that door for myself, dog. As I'm opening the door, like I'm out, bro. So it was great playing here, but at the end of the day, bro, I got to do what's best for for my career and what's best, because I'm too much of a competitor to be just out there.
Mean you thinking about leaving here?
Oh man. And we do this to ourselves. We do this to ourselves, especially as sports fans, and we do this to ourselves. But Tyreek was shooting a totally different game when he was being harassed by the police officer, being thrown down. It was all his teammates who came to his backing. If you guys really pay attention to this season, the season didn't even start going bad until all this stuff happened with Tyreek. Until Tyreek started becoming the story of it all. Everything's been going on with Tyreek. It went on for like 2 seasons. House caught on fire, the police brutality that he experienced. All these things, Miami backed him. His coach backed him. And I'm not going to even play what the coach said. The coach took the high road and said, there will be discussions made, later on, and they'll talk about it, one-on-one in the next few days. And he likes to hear from firsthand, not secondhand knowledge. But with that being said, look how Tyreek is handling it. When it's about him, now he has to open the door for himself. Now he has to do what's best for himself and his family. But when it was about Tyreek, everybody rallied around him. All of a sudden, because you have a losing season, you lost QB1. You said it in your message. And here we go again. Somebody saying the correct thing and then turned it around and doing the total opposites. You just gave the reason why y'all had a tough season. QB1 went down. Tula went down. Once QB1 went down, your whole game plan go out because y'all aren't big receivers. It's not like you're the greatest receiver in football. You're not a Jeffries or Jamar Chase or anything of that nature, a CeeDee Lamb, or you're not one of those big time receivers where you just change the game. Your speed might change the game in the right scheme, but outside of that, the cheetah is just a cheetah. You just fast. We have to do better, man. Especially my people. I always say my people, we have to do way better. We're starting to really talk ourselves out of a career, talk ourselves out of jobs. This is death by success. Success has gotten so big that we think that we can do what we want to do. And this goes back to, my other podcast, Vet Shooting Game. I said this over a year ago. This is the LeBron effect. You can call it the LeBron effect. You can call it the James Harden effect. Anybody you want to talk about who demands what they want and they make sure they get it. And I already seen some predictions. What if Tyreek goes to Baltimore? Tyreek is not a good fit for Baltimore. We need to really start talking football and get away from what's popular. That's not what Lamar Jackson needs. Lamar Jackson needs a big time target that's over 6 foot that can get across the middle, take a hit. He needs a big body. Like a DJ Metcalf, he could go to Baltimore and change Baltimore. AJ Brown could change Baltimore. These little scat backs is not going to change Baltimore. That's what Lamar has had all his career. Hollywood Brown, Zay Flowers, not taking away from their talent, but when you start talking about adding to Baltimore, they need a big receiver. They got their running back. They got Zay Flowers who can do what he needs to do. He's a playmaker, but next year people are going to be able to scheme on him and double team him, and then they got to start finding other weapons. Tyreek Hill is not the next weapon for Baltimore. Let's not do that. But I think Tyreek Hill's going to go down that Stephon Diggs track. He's going to be at another location where nothing's going to change, and more people are just going to see that it's about him and not about the team. So, I just wanted to talk about these two topics today with Jimmy Butler and Tyreek Hill. I'm just an average guy giving my opinion. I didn't play in the pros, but I am a consumer of this product called the NFL. I spent thousands of dollars going to games, and I want to get a good product when I go out here and watch it. I don't want to see Jimmy Butler half playing. I don't want to see Tyreek Hill feeling like since QB1 ain't in the game, I don't need to play hard. I'm paying for a product, and I want that product. And if you guys don't want to do that, we're going to get to a point where, as fans, we're going to have to start doing what's best for us, right? And that's staying at home, watching it on TV, and not paying our hard-earned money to see people complain. So I just wanted to talk about that. And then before I end this podcast, I did want to talk about what's going on in the world today. We have noticed that, we had, first of all, condolences to the people out in New Orleans. Condolences to anybody who possibly could have been hurt or experienced some type of stress or post-traumatic stress from the Cybertruck being exploded out there in front of Trump Towers. With that being said, we have to stop pointing the blame, because I see a lot of my people pointing the blame, even though he's not even in the White House yet. All this is coming to fruition because of this, and the Cybertruck has something to do with Elon Musk, all this type of stuff, and it doesn't make any sense, guys. What's going on in the world is that we are now going through some trying times. We've been going through trying times, but it's becoming a little bit too much. And people are now using what they feel like their last-ditch effort to just be seen. And they feel like, okay, even if I die today by doing this act, I'm still being heard. And that's what we're starting to experience today. As I watch what's going on too, I always try to tell people, I served for 20 years. I just retired from the Air Force 1 July. With that being said, I always tell people that the country is a reflection of what the military is. And we're starting to see it. And I'm going to tell you guys, we have a very, very weak military because we have a very, very weak America. And it's not about making America great again anymore. It's about making America strong again. And the only way to do that is, 1, put our faith in God. 2, the military needs to go back to being what the military was originally built for. The military should not look like the world. And if that doesn't make sense to anyone, I'll elaborate later on in another video. But the military should not look like the world at all. And it does. Every day, it looks more and more like the world. I mean, even look at our law enforcement. I see more law enforcement TikTok videos than people being arrested. Law enforcement officers, instead of doing their job, they got to go shoot basketball with the young youth in the neighborhood to show that they're a good person. Same thing with the military. We're making TikTok videos. We're doing dances. Our recruiters now are on Instagram lying to young men and women. This stuff is not what it looks like, guys. It's not what you see. We have to be more vigilant. That's really what these these last 2 incidents are letting us know we have to be more vigilant. We're starting to see a lot of what the word is, vigilantes, people doing things, people going out in the world just doing whatever they want to do. And people now, if they don't get their way, just like these athletes, what the broke American does is he goes and rent out a truck and goes down Bourbon Street and run people over and shoot people and don't care who he harms. And then the next guy going through a divorce and has a baby on the way, he's struggling financially. He goes rents a Cybertruck and puts explosives and fireworks and all these things in the truck and tries to put on these other things. That's what you're seeing. You guys are just seeing 2 forms of it. In the NFL and the NBA, where people are rich and wealthy, they're just making they're pouting and they're leaving. They're leaving their situations. The broke American, on the other hand, they can't leave their situation, so they'll rather leave the earth. And they don't care how it looks when they go. They just want to be seen and they want to be remembered. And I just want to tell you guys today is be more vigilant. Stop putting everywhere that you're going, especially while you're there. It's okay to post what you're doing. I do the same thing when I go to football games, this and that, but post them when you're done. Wait till you're already out of the location. You almost got to treat yourself like a celebrity these days. But be more vigilant. Be aware of what's going on. You know, if you don't have to get out and do stuff just to be getting out to do stuff, you know what? This is the best time to be with your family, be with friends, because you don't know when the last day is going to be. We cannot predict tomorrow. Nobody predicted that gentleman was going to be doing that in Bourbon Street. And I said this before too, man. Everything happens in New Orleans. Hurricanes multiple times. Like, I mean, the worst of the worst happens in New Orleans. I'm from Louisiana, and I can care less about going to New Orleans. People talk about, let's go to New Orleans. Y'all go on your own. New Orleans has never been something to me that was something that stood out that I wanted to do, that I wanted to go be a part of. I don't care about no Southern Classic. I don't care about any of that stuff. So I just want to leave you guys with my slogan for this year is save yourself and understand that someone else panicking could cause you to drown. So as the world panics around you, make sure that you stay as far away from those people who are panicking when all they have to really do is just stand up. The water's not that deep. We're all going through the same problems. We just all show it in different ways. We all have our way of dealing with things. I just want you guys to know that don't allow other people's panicking to cause you to drown. Be a great person. Be good to people. Remember what the word said. The word told us one of the greatest commandments is what? Love thy neighbor. This is what we got to get back to. We got to get back to the word. We got to start treating people the way we want to be treated, so that when our day does come, we know where we're going. We know who we're seeing. So again, this is your boy Norris with Souls of Thought. 2025, new year. I'm not gonna say new me. I'm the same guy. But again, as I always say, my goal this year, as it is every year, is just to be more consistent. It's my fault when I fall off. It's my fault when I'm not posting. It's no one else to blame but me. I have sole control over my actions and what I do. And we all need to take that same accountability. Do not be deaf by success. Understand that there's a better way to handle all things. And let's do better, y'all. If nobody hasn't told you today, God loves you, which most importantly, I love you. You're beautiful, and your boy's out. Let go.